Hey there, my name's Lauren Harksen. I'm a reporter with WBRC Fox 6. I just found out within the last half hour that firefighters were working this scene for 26 hours straight. And I understand you spoke with our attorneys earlier today, and they mentioned, you said we would be allowed to be here in the
WBRC?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I did.
We started asking questions about a month ago when Councilman Matthew Tortorisi was escorted out of a public council meeting for simply filming it, a clear violation of Alabama state law. So now, after continuing to push for answers, these are the 5 new rules that were passed tonight. How do you plan on enforcing that? So tell me why you decided to vote against this. Well, Brittany, Steve, that exact incident actually is described in this lawsuit here. Is there anything right now that you're working on that you want to change with the prototype? And of course, there's so much more to Brandon than just this situation. What do you want him to be remembered for?
New tonight, businesses in 5 Points South, some of which were open on Saturday night, are telling us how the shooting is affecting them. Your reporter Lauren Harksen joining us live from outside of Hush Lounge. And Lauren, we know it's a Monday night, things can be kind of slow, but is there even less traffic than usual tonight?
Well, there are still cars driving around this area, Steve. We see some people walking around, but of course not as many as would be walking on a Saturday night. Now, I spoke with about 10 different businesses today, some of them telling me they have noticed a drop in customers since that mass shooting, but others say they're still pretty busy. T-Bone says they were just closing down when someone started shooting right here, and they're just around the corner. T-Bones is a 5 Points South staple, known for their Philly cheesesteaks and their hoagies.
And I love working here. Like the South Side is a great place.
But Saturday night, the neighborhood lighting up with gunfire and police sirens.
It's gonna be hard to get over. You know, stuff like that stick to your mind, stick to your memory.
4 people murdered and 17 others hurt in a mass shooting, only a 2-minute walk away from T-Bones on 20th Street.
You took somebody's mother, child, son, brother, and they ain't never coming back.
The employees working Saturday night say they were just closing.
We heard the gunshots. We come outside, we see girls shot. Somebody was shot down there. It was a whole bunch of going on, people running. It was just crazy.
Danita Young's 23-year-old daughter was working here at the time.
So for me to just pick up the phone trying to call my daughter, like making sure it just took me back, like, to seeing other stuff happening on the news and imagining how people feeling when you can't get in touch with your children and there's something going on. And I was just so worried. It was frightening. It was like one of the most scariest days of my life.
The night took Mary Dumas back 8 years to the day she was shot.
2016, me and my little girl got shot. I got hit twice. My baby got hit. She was 4 years old when she got shot. So it's like a repeat of the same thing going on. Like, bullets ain't got names on them. You can die. My daughter's traumatized. I can't even walk right. I can't run anymore.
Both women saying the violence in Birmingham is out of hand.
Stop killing each other. It don't make no sense. Black lives supposed to matter, but we don't matter to each other. And it's very, very sad to me.
It's a Monday night, so there's nothing going on, but what's gonna happen next weekend? And a weekend after that, because now it's like, we weren't ever thinking about that, but now it's in your mind. You changed, because now I'm always worried, like, I don't want to take the trash out.
Now, though T-Bone says they haven't seen a drop in customers, they are noticing more online orders rather than in person. Your reporter, live in Birmingham, Lauren Harksen, WBRC 6 News, on your side. The loss of a loved one can take an emotional toll. For some families, a cemetery in Pinson, seemingly abandoned, is adding to the stress and the heartache. We've reported on Sunrise Memorial Gardens in the past, as far back as 6 years ago, and the problems just seem to be getting worse.
There was extreme frustration of a very difficult time in my life, and for a period not knowing where I'm going to lay my father's remains to rest.
Serge Shoemaker's father passed 1 week ago. Though he made arrangements ahead of time, his body couldn't be buried in the plot he purchased at Sunrise Memorial Gardens.
After he passed away, we met with the funeral home that was going to be handling his services. And when we first said that this is where he was going to be buried, there was a look of kind of trepidation on the funeral director's face. And she told us, they are notoriously difficult to get hold of. She tried calling them, couldn't get in touch with them.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
We've tried calling them, haven't been able to get in touch with them.
Por favor, deje su mensaje para 20522200716.
Hey there, my name's Lauren Harksen. I'm a reporter with WBRC Fox 6.
And then come out here to find this office house in the condition that it's in is really unnerving.
Windows broken, the door wide open, the office space filled with trash, even a bird's nest, the AC unit torn apart.
Certainly this is not any sort of way to run a business.
Headstones thrown about, and the bodies that remain here, seemingly forgotten by the landowner.
My brother's buried right where the fence is, like this caved in, where the leaves is, right there.
Khadijah Weaver had to bury her brother Ralph Woodfin here 7 years ago.
My brother been up here since 2017. I come every year. We come birthdays, holidays. For the last, I'd say 2 to 3 years, it went down.
Weaver posted photos and videos of the cemetery on social media a few months ago. Someone claiming to be the owner reached out, asked her to remove them or she'd be contacting police.
She said they own numerous of grave sites. And I told her, if y'all own numerous of grave sites, why this one look like this?
There are some people out here who probably have one parent buried here, another parent still living, planning to be buried here, but what do they do when they can't contact anybody? Do they separate their parents? Do they try to find somebody to exhume a body to move one parent that's buried out here? I just don't want anybody else to have to go through this.
What would you like to see done?
Everything clean up, fix it. They stay here. They deceased, but they stay here. Clean it up, fix it. Treat them how we want to be treated. As we here. When they leave, treat them the same way. Respect them.
Now, as you saw, I called both phone numbers I could find for Sunrise Memorial Gardens with no response. I also reached out to the chairman of the Jefferson County Cemetery Board. I'm still waiting to hear back. Shoemaker ended up purchasing 2 new plots with a different cemetery to bury his father and eventually his mother. He's hoping this story will serve as a warning sign to others out there.
Memorial Day is a day that we honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. In a small town in Blount County, there is a home surrounded by thousands of flags to honor those men and women. Our Lauren Harksen visited that home this afternoon. And Lauren, this display is jaw-dropping.
Steve, it is a sight to be seen. More than 2,000 flags measured perfectly, running on an easterly heading in a small town called Altoona. It's to remind us what Memorial Day is all about and show honor and respect to those who lost their lives.
We started out with like 75 flags, and it's grown up to 2,300.
Thousands of American flags in perfect rows on U.S. Army veteran Johnny Box's front lawn.
This is the 6th year we've done this, and it's the only time we bring our flags out is for Memorial Day.
It's one of the largest flag displays in the state, and it's all for those servicemen and women who sacrificed their lives so we can live ours.
I'm fortunate. Hey, I survived.
He served in Afghanistan and Desert Storm.
Why wouldn't I do what all I could for those that didn't make it and those that failed?
The display bringing visitors and veterans from all over mourning their own losses.
I love my flag, and sometimes it makes me cry because I had a lot of friends in Vietnam. They died for that flag.
Thomas Burgess served in Vietnam in '68 and '69, the flags reminding him of those friends he lost.
Like a big graveyard and the flags on the tombstones. That's exactly what I thought about. I love to see it, but it gets my heart.
Memorial Day is about the ones who did not come back from war, that have lost their life in service to this country, and they have families that grieve the loss of those lives.
Every moment that you live here in the United States is a blessing. It really is. To those so many that do not have that opportunity, that lost their life for you to take that breath in liberty and free. As long as God gives us the strength to do it, the wife and I will do it.
Now, each year the Box family adds more flags to the display. I'm told by next year there could be nearly 2,800 flags in that collection.